The champ is here.
It's your boy V Ben Israel, the People's Champ. We got a little Insomniac theater going on right now. It's a little after 5 a.m., January 3rd, 2026. And I kind of promised y'all I was going to give y'all another show before tomorrow night, before later tonight. So this is me keeping my promise, sort of, kind of. Don't judge me. Anyway, a lot of you know I'm a night owl. I'm always up working on something, studying something, researching something, reading. I can't read paper books anymore, so I have to do audio books or, that kind of thing. Or I have to, do the Kindle where I could zoom in. So it's challenging for me. So it takes a lot more time. And, I'm getting long-winded. Hell, I just got a copy of a new book. This is one of the ones I've been reading today. If you know, you know. I'm not going to explain nothing. If you know, you know. Moving on. I read a lot of different things. And even though I can't read a physical book anymore, I like the smell of it. I like the texture of it. I like owning books. You should have books in your house. One thing, and this is a boss up tip. One thing I've always noticed in this half a century that I've been on the earth, the most successful, the smartest, the most competitive people always have books in their house. And flip side is true. The dumbest, brokest, most ignorant people, they ain't never had a book in their house as an adult, as a child. Don't none of their relatives got a book. And the Bible don't count. Because they're going to have the Bible in their house and never read it anyway. But I'm kind of loud, y'all. Sometimes I forget how loud I be talking. Luckily, me and my neighbor real cool. We good friends. Well, we're friendly. Let me say that. So I know he'd be like, man, that nigga get on my nerves. But me and him talk about all kind of stuff. He could say, bro, you be loud. He don't never say nothing like that to me. So I think maybe he spent most of his time in his bedroom, where I spend most of my time in my living room. So we don't never be sharing a wall at the same time. That's what I think. Success. And I'm not talking about inherited success or accidental success. I'm talking about you built it up yourself. You competed for it. You got to compete for it. You got to compete for it. Go head to head. And those successful people love to compete for it. They can't even let it go. Michael Jordan, they're legendary stories about how competitive he is still to this day. And Mike be ready to battle you on. You want to play some Uno? I know Mike be trying to bet on every damn thing. But that's his competitive fight. And you got to fail. Successful people, bossed up people, and success ain't about money all the time. Success, to get there, you got to compete for it. And you can't be scared to make mistakes. Competitive people actually embrace the mistakes so that way you can learn from it and get stronger. It's the only way you truly get stronger. If you're handed everything, you inherited everything, more than likely you're not going to get that killer instinct, that mamba, that black mamba energy. Okay. So, I've been up working on a few different things. So I'm not even going to tell y'all one. I've been dibbling and dabbling. I took a little nap earlier. Like, I don't know. I took a nap. Then right around midnight, Imagine woke me up. She was still at work. She needed some advice, some mentorship. My daughter's probably the only one that can get semi-free mentorship. Trust me, she pay. I get it up out of her ass later. She got to pay in labor, but and that's real talk. we really don't do much for each other free. I'll do things for her, and she'll do things for me. And we kind of got that one hand washes the other hand thing. And that's how our relationship works. I ain't doing nothing for her, and later on when I need her to do something, she don't do it. Nah, she be like, nah, fuck y'all. I gotta do something for my dad. And it ain't because I'm her daddy. No, it's because she know that I got the same mentality. Imagine call, I answer the phone. Imagine needs something, I got it. Imagine ask me $50. If I got it, she got it. It is what it is. And if I need something from her, she do it. Imagine I need you to do this. She jump right on it. I told her I added a new camera to my network, and which reminded me to make sure she was logged in. And she did. She logged in. We had to make sure she had a password and all that. Because again, a lot of you don't know this, but my father died in an empty apartment by himself. And nobody knew where he was at. They couldn't find him, blah, blah, blah. Well, my daughter can check in on me at any time. She might be looking at me right the hell now. I don't know. No, actually, the living room camera's not online right now. I got to set up this doggone power strip. I'll do that tomorrow or later today. But anyway, she reminded me, hey, I can't see your living room. Because she knew that's where I was sitting. But I need her to be able to peek in on me. I need somebody to be able to check in on me because of my health situation. So these women be thinking, oh, you got me on camera. Look, you don't like it, leave. I'm sorry. Like, this ain't about you. It's about me. Try to tell this girl, ain't nobody trying to see your fat ass for me, bitch, please. I couldn't sell this video. The best I could do is give it away for free. And trust me, I got about 50 other videos that's way better than yours. Trust me, you're not a good performer. It ain't about your looks, it's about your performance. Oh, I promised you young men, and I'm sorry if y'all don't catch this. I was going to tell y'all what this was for. Why do you think this means? I don't think. Why do y'all think this means? Fuck you. Why do y'all think that means that? Turn it this way now. You don't get it. I can't explain no more to you. That's why I'm always telling y'all to keep your fingers clean, keep your nails clean. Make sure you ain't got no snags and shit on your fingers, and make sure you got a fingernail file. And where mine at? I done kicked it now. Right? The front people. What did I do? Anyway, they got my fingernail clippers. I'm looking for the file. I'm trying to show y'all men how to do this. Anyway, I hope y'all know what a fingernail file looks like. Make sure you have one, or I need a couple. I gotta order. I think Imagine stole a couple from me. I got a couple of things I need to order while I'm putting my Dollar Tree list together. She done stole my foofas and shit. I gotta re-up on those. I don't even use them. I buy them for other people. Me and Kalita was talking about that the other night. Kalita's my sister, by the way. And Kalita's a stud, for those of you who don't know my sister, my baby sister. And I told her, like, I always keep things around my house for women to make women comfortable. I always do that. Not because I'm simping, because I like women. And I like women to be in a comfortable state when they're around me. I don't want them to be uneasy. I don't want no excuses. But I ain't took a shot. Take a shot when you get here. My shot was probably 10 times better than yours anyway. And it is. And it is. I do things specifically because I want make no mistake, this is a man's apartment, but I have things that I keep around to make women comfortable. Like these doggone throw pillows. When I first got this couch, I was like, I got to get me some pillows to match it. Because why? I bought 4 of them because I knew women, and every women come over here, but well, I love your pillows. Okay, good. I got a bunch of pillows on my bed. I only need 1. But the other ones is for the women. Fellas, dude, take notes. Take notes. You like women, you got to do things to make sure women are comfortable. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you. Because in sales, I just told this to somebody recently. Damn it, I let my cigarette go out. I got to light it up. So anyway, in sales, I think it was Tom Hopkins that said it. You got to help enough people get what they want so you might eventually get what you want. Hello. Hello. Y'all hear me? Hello. I need a praying church. Y'all ain't praying with me. But God, you got to help enough people to get what they want, not what you want for them to have, or not what you think they should have. You got to help enough people get what they want. Now, you ain't going to be able to help everybody. Some people selling cars, look, they got jacked up credit. No, they not getting this Eddie Bauer Expedition. No, they getting this used Ford Escort. And they better have a co-sign and some cash. I can't help everybody get what they want. But if you help enough people get what they want, I remember it was a young white boy. He was hanging out on the lot. It was hot as hell. It must have been like July or August. It's hot in here. I got to stick my head out and do something. Anyway, I'll finish this up. Young white boy was hanging out by the Mustangs like they tend to do. He couldn't have been no more than, in my memory, is about maybe 19, 20. Okay? And nobody will go talk to him. Now, I'm the internet sales manager. I only deal by appointments. And usually when I got an appointment, the car was already sold, paperwork is done. All they got to do is come in and pick up the car. That was my job. I did 30 cars a month like that. So when I went outside on the lot, I like to physically put my hands on the car. Because sometimes the car was showing the computer, but it wouldn't be on the lot. Somebody done sold it. We had over 100 salespeople, thousands of cars. We were the 7th largest Ford dealership in the country, #1 in the East. And I think we were #1 on the East Coast at that time, too. We was a big dealership. A lot of people. So cars moved. Couldn't trust that inventory. Especially certain cars. Escorts, I never worried about. I got 1,000 of them. damn things. So and I got them in every color. Every color, it ain't that many models. I mean, I got them all. I didn't worry about escorts. But a Mustang, got to put my hands on. So I'm going out there to check on the car. And I always speak to people, hey, man, how you doing today? Anybody helping you? Okay, did you need any help? No, he's like, I'm just looking around right now. I said, tell you what, here's my card. And my card, I had custom cards. Always had a Mustang. And each of my cards had a different Mustang. I rotated like 10 Mustangs. So it wasn't just a generic Mustang. It was like different Mustangs. So I made sure I gave him a fly business card. Hey, man, if you need help, my name is Van. I'm the internet sales manager. My office is inside. Just call me. I'll come right on outside, or you can come on inside, get you some fresh air, some cold air, rather. It's hot. It's Columbia, South Carolina. So anyway, I kept looking around. I'm keeping an eye on him, and he really checking the Mustangs hard, man. I said, hey, that one right there looked good on him. It was a triple white. Triple white means white top, white car, white interior. Hell, this one was a quadruple white. It even had white rims, which I wasn't a fan of, but it looked good. That car looked good. And he was like, nah, man, I want a black one. I said, oh, okay, convertible. He said, yeah, I'm not sure, though. Which model do I want, man? He's like, I've seen the Cobra. I've seen it. My boy got a GT and this and that, blah, blah, blah. So, okay. So what you really want to do, man? How you want to ride? He said, I want to have the best Mustang in Orangeburg. I said, oh, you from Orangeburg? I live in Orangeburg. I go to state. He's like, oh, you go to state? And I told him where I lived. He was like, yeah, I'm not that far from you. He was like, you ever been in Duke's? I said, yeah, I've been in Duke's. He said, that's my family's restaurant. My father owns them. Oh, shit. So ding, 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 ding. This kid got some money. He comes from money. Duke's Barbecue is a chain of barbecue restaurants famous in South Carolina. All over South Carolina. So anyway, me and him just making small talk and talking engines and rims. And, I told him I got a Mustang, but I said, I can't really afford the one I want. And he was like, well, if you could afford the one you want, what would it be? I said, you really want the answer to that question? I said, come here for a minute. I took him inside the dealership. We had a Roush. We had a stage 1 Roush on the inside of the showroom. It was a stage 1 and it was red, I think. So I said, now come with me. I took him. Now you ain't supposed to do this, but I got him on the hook right now. So I took him through where all the mechanic bays, out the back, past the wash bays. We had just got one in. We had just taken it off the trailer, and we were going to put that one in the showroom too. Now, this one was a stage 3 convertible. And I let him sit in it. I even turned it on for him. I said, this one, I can't let you drive it. He said, why not? I said, because this one is a special order for a customer. Nobody drives this one. Nobody. He said, but I said, trust me, this one will be the best Mustang you've ever driven in your life. Outside of a Shelby, outside of a Shelby, maybe a Hennessy, that's going to be the best experience you've ever had. But now, as far as a daily driver, that Roush would be the best. Now, if I buy a Shelby, I'm not driving that every day. But a Roush, you could drive that every day. So anyway, he wanted it black. It was black. It was triple black. It was the opposite of the white one we saw. Everything black. Black top, black leather, custom leather with the Roush. Usually when they do the Roush, they do the embroidery in red. Nah, this custom with it all black. So it was black on black on black on black on black. That's the way I would have ordered it. I don't know who ordered that motherfucker, but it was the way I would have ordered it. The roll bar was black, of course. The rims were black. No, actually, the rims was more like they were more like a deep dark platinum rim. It was like I don't know what they were, but it wasn't the normal rim that I had never seen it before, and it was fine. So I'm assuming it was like some kind of carbon fiber or super light rim is what I'm assuming it was. I popped the hood, showed them everything, showed them how they numbered the engine, all of the special badging on it. Now with stage three, basically it's the same as a stage two. A stage two is a GT that they soup up. A stage three is a Cobra that they soup up. This motherfucker was me. He said, I want it. He says, because I know you love Mustangs like I do. I see it in your eyes and the way you talking about this car. Man, it's like you passionate about it. This what I want. So I'm like, all right, what you driving now? I'm driving this Eddie Bauer Explorer, blah, blah, blah. So what year is it? It was like a 96. And it's like 98. Yeah, it's like 98. I'm like, oh shit, I ain't gonna be able to sell him no car today. But I was always taught by the best. Shout out to Jeff Bowser. Shout out to Gold. So anyway, work the deal. Don't talk yourself out of a sale is what I was always taught to do. You don't know what people can do, what their financial situation is by looking at them. I worked the deal. It wasn't nothing about this kid that said money other than his daddy owning all of them restaurants. Even the doggone Explorer wasn't nothing fancy. It was nice. It was Eddie Bauer top of the line, but it was like, okay. It looked like it could have been his daddy or his mama car, you know. So anyway, I said, all right, man. Now you understand I'm gonna have to special order this. Like these don't sit on lots. Because he asked me how fast I could get it. I said it's gonna take about from 1 to 3 months on average to order this car. And we're gonna spec it out. And I'm gonna put the order in right away. I'm not gonna delay it. So anyway, and he was like, where is it coming from? It's coming from Charlotte. At that time, that's where they were coming from. He was like, well, instead of them transporting the car here, can you go get it? I said, I don't know. I've never been asked that. I'll find out later for you. When I call him, I'll find out. So I said, let's go on into my office. I take him back to my office. So we walk past all of the regular people. He's sitting in the end of that office at my desk. And everybody thought it was so strange. Like, why you got this kid in your office? Because everybody else had walked past him. I said, yo, you just don't know. So first thing I did was run his credit because I wanted to see what his credit was and I wanted to see how much he owed on that loan. Great. I was able to see that. The kid had excellent credit, 829 or something real high. For a 19-year-old kid, I'm like, damn. So he had never missed a payment on that Explorer. So because it was with Ford Motor Credit, I was able to pull it up in my system to see what the real deal was, how much he owed, all that kind of, that kind of thing. So anyway, Daddy had co-signed on that first vehicle. So I'm like, he don't need no co-sign. This kid can really buy anything he wants. He had equity in that Explorer, meaning the Explorer was worth more than he owed them. I think he had financed it for like 4 or 5 years, and he had it almost paid off. Like if he had kept it, he would have paid it off in 3. So he had equity. So I said, good news. What else you want on that car? He's like, I can get it. I said, you can get anything you want. He said, I don't need no co-signer. No, sir. You are the co-signer. You can co-sign for anybody. He said, really? I said, yeah. He said, normally my dad co-signs. Not no more. You a big boy now. You don't need your daddy no more. You are the daddy. We spec'd out that damn car down to the rims, whatever. He didn't really like the rims that was on the one I showed him out back. So he liked a different rim. So we ordered that one. And he liked the Roush rim. So, and I like the Roush rim too, to be honest with you. So me and him had similar taste. I'm trying to think, did he do anything extra? No. The only thing I told him to do is I told him to swap out the tires. I said, when you drive it, you're going to be driving this car every day, put some H-rated tires on it. Don't put the Z-rated, don't drive around with them Z-rated tires. Put the H-rated tires on. And I said, the car is going to come with the factory rims still. So what you do is I'm going to have them set those aside for you. So that way in the wintertime or when you really, ain't really, especially in the wintertime or that kind of thing, throw them bullshit rims on there for a little while. The standard GT rims or the Cobra rims, same rim down at that year. That's the only thing we did extra. I think you only had to pay like $100 extra to do that. That was like the difference, or whatever it was. We ordered him a Roush car cover. There's a couple little extra things we did. We did an upgraded system. We rocked a Pioneer system. And he was like, you sure? I took him over to my car. Let him sit in my car, let him hear my system. He was like, I want that. I said, well, we'll do that after you get the car. He was like, I bet. He was a cool dude. I sold the car, traded the other one in. And so what I did is, because I traded his car in, I kept his car, but I took him home. I took him home. No. I didn't take him home. Did I? No, I didn't. I did not take him home. No. Yeah, I did. I took him home in the Explorer, dropped him off, and the next day I drove the Explorer back to work the next day. And when the Roush came in, I called Roush, and I wasn't able to pick up the car. But for insurance reasons, they had to deliver it, and I understood it. So they delivered it, and he said to me, I let him know, hey, your car is gonna be here in a week. It's en route. He said, all right, I'm gonna need you to deliver it. I said, well, I I'm not gonna do that unless you're gonna be able to bring me back up here the next day. I said, or you could come up here a couple of days before, get my car, and drive my car home. So he did. He was like, you gonna let me drive your car? I said, you about to let me drive your brand new fucking 1999 stage 3 Rouse Cobra. I ain't gonna let you drive my little bullshit Mustang. He was like, yeah, that's true. So I let him, he came and got my car, and I ended up driving his car down I-26. And let me tell you something. I called him right before I left. I said, man, I'm on my way. He said, look, you better break that motherfucker in on your way down here, man. He said, you need to get in a police chase or something on your way down here. I was like, all right. I was flying. I was hitting every bit of 100 miles an hour, then going down I-26. I got to Orangeburg in like 30 minutes. We're in traffic. Oh man, I was killing. And that car was so mean. Oh my God, man. The note, the engine note, the way it sounds. And if you ain't never driven a Mustang, you may not understand. But when I know a lot of people know what Mustangs sound like, but when you're in the driver's seat, your hand is on the shifter, you feel it. You feel the vibration plus hear it. Oh man, that shit was lovely. And I got a great interest rate. Sticker price. Actually, it was above market. Above market means we can mark up the car extra for a specialty car or usually specialty car. So I hit him with another $5,000 on top of sticker. Got him out of that lease that he was in a bullshit lease too. And hell, I had his damn car, that damn Explorer, sold before he took delivery of the new car. I turned right around and sold it. um. Anyway, beautiful car. I let Snoop clean it up. That was my best car wash guy. Snoop put the paws on it, as he used to say. Put the paws on it. I said, Snoop, don't put no armor all on these tires, though. I said, I'm gonna do that when I get to Orangeburg, right before I hand it off to him. I said, if you put it on now, that damn armor all is gonna splatter all over the car going down the highway. I said, don't do it now. So leave them ashy now. But anything else is clean as a whistle, like a mirror. Beautiful car, man. One of my favorite cars that I've ever driven or sold. Beautiful car. But the kid was a boss. He put himself in boss position. He didn't even realize he had did it. He was a manager with his dad's company. He did like 2 years of community college and got his associate degree in management. And then then he became a manager, of course, in his dad's company. And he was doing his thing. He wasn't living with his parents. He had a decent little place, little piece of property. That's how me and him lived near each other. He had bought property. We were kind of on the outskirts. Like there's a little town right next to Orangeburg on the outskirts called Cordova. So he was like right on the property line, like on the city line. And he had a nice little piece of property. I think he had like 5 acres or something. Nice piece. He had a little trailer he had pulled out there, a little stripper wide, and he didn't want nothing expensive. He was like, it's just me. but it was nice. And he paid cash for it. You know, it was paid for, so all he was doing was paying property tax. Car was almost paid for, the Explorer. So the kid was sitting lovely, man. He was about to inherit the kingdom. Already had his head screwed on straight. Didn't have no kids and no wife yet. He was doing the right thing, man. He was planning on going back to school to get his bachelor's. You know, he had his good head on his shoulders. He got his degree. He went to the local community college, which was OC Tech, I think, is where he went. I think, but I'm not sure. But anyway, he was doing all right, and he wasn't relying on the inheritance. And he had that competitive nature. That's why he bought the Mustang. He wanted to compete with his boys. You know, he got the degree. He didn't have to get a degree. He could have just went to work for his daddy and just sat back and chill. No, he wanted to earn it. That's the point of this story. I can only imagine what that kid is today. That was 30 years ago. So hell, no, was it? Not not quite 30, but 20 some odd years ago. Because he was about 21, 20, 21, 19, between 19 and 21 at that time. So yeah, he wasn't far behind me in age. He was a few years behind me, but not a lot. So he you know, he right, you know, he in his mid to late 40s, you know, he getting up there. And I know he done inherited the kingdom. Them restaurants still around. As y'all can see, I'm wide up. I'm taking a break. I was eating my oodles and noodles. I got hungry. Got a little hungry. I had to eat my snack. It was either this or oatmeal, and I know I'm gonna eat oatmeal later. So I didn't want to eat all my oatmeal up. So some of y'all probably noticed what I just did. I I like what I like. And I like sports. And I got these metal sports, these stainless steel ones on Amazon. I love these shits. I love a sport, especially when you're eating oodles and noodles or stew. Nothing beats it. Yeah, I'm a big kid. So anyway, I'm just chit chatting, man, with y'all. This is my break. Come on, break. When I get off with y'all, I'm going right back to work, and I'm gonna work till the sun come up or I fall asleep, whichever comes first. I may not fall asleep till about 11, 12 o'clock. Who knows? While y'all be bullshitting, I be up working. And that's part of the boss up. You got to boss up. Y'all sleep. What the fuck you sleep for, young man? What you sleep for? I need my 8 hours. Okay, get your 8 hours. Because the cat that's going to outcompete you, that's going to beat you at everything, he ain't asleep right now. He up figuring out how he can beat you. He out working. Kobe, up in the gym early. First one, up all night. Mike in the weight room. LeBron, up in the cryogenic chamber. Whatever the kind of futuristic shit his old ass is still doing. He need to sit down somewhere. Y'all know I'm a LeBron fan, but it's time. It's over, LeBron. You're not winning another championship ever. That's a long shot I will never bet on. It'll never happen. Unless he get KD, some more people. He gonna need him, KD, and Steph Curry. They all team up, and maybe he'll get it that way. But by himself or with Luca, that ain't enough. These young boys are too good today. There ain't no accidental championships. Kawhi was the last one to get an accidental championship. It ain't happening again. As Kawhi has found out how hard it is. He thought he had it locked when he went to the Clippers. I said, nigga, you ain't never getting a championship. That's your one and only. Unless he should have went to the Lakers. But his competitive nature put him at the Clippers. Remember, he did the commercial, Kawhi Town and all of that, because that was showing his mindset. He should have humbled himself down and bent the knee and went over there and got some championships with LeBron, but he thought he was better than what he was. Kawhi ain't as good as he thought. That was an accidental perfect storm championship that he got with the Raptors. Giannis got hurt that year, and it was a lucky bounce kind of thing. Come on, man, really? You got the big head off of that one? Okay, all right, okay. You got to compete, young men. Women don't have to compete. They don't know what competition is. They're used to just, well, I'm qualified. Why? Why are you qualified? What have you done? Who have you competed against? That's a question I ask people. Do you even have a job where they rank you? Most women don't. They have jobs, call center, like customer service. They'll do, they love retail where they don't have a sales quota. They like nursing jobs. Well, I'm a nurse. Oh, my daughter's a good nurse. How you know that? How you know she good? Well, she been doing it for X amount of years. So what? She ain't competing against other nurses. She ain't the best nurse, is she? How you know? Show me where her trophy at. Well, men usually have jobs where you're measured against other men. And you should embrace it. That's why I always did sales, job marketing, jobs I was responsible for a quota. And even when I was doing training, I was a trainer, right? I always made it so I could jump back on the sales floor. Like if I wanted to do some overtime and get some extra money, I always made sure I could do that. And I got to compete against everybody else. And that made me a better trainer. Because as the trainer, I'm still number one on the list. And everybody like, wait a minute, you're Van Johnson? Yeah, I'm the big dog. Mm-hmm. Who better to train you than me? And I got people's attention. The people who wanted to be better. You got to want it. And if you don't want it, you ain't going to accidentally get it. Very few people throughout history have accidentally got the achievement just by happenstance. Usually the best of the best is because they worked for it. They wanted to be that. They envisioned themselves as that. And they failed at some point in their life, and that made them come back strong. In track and field, we call that the kick. You got to develop a kick. When you think you've given it all you've got, you ain't got no more. You got another gear. Out of nowhere, everybody else is tapering off and you're getting strong. And you got to find yourselves good mentors. This is in the Bible, Jim. Wise men have wise counsel, or wise men seek wise counsel. It's a few of them scriptures, a few precepts for each other that all basically saying the same thing, right? So, just because somebody has money or some measure of success doesn't make them a good teacher. And it doesn't make them a good judge of character. And contrary, of course, they're going to tell you, well, look at me, I'm bossed. I got all the M's. And I love Anton Daniels. I love that guy. But I question his judgment. And I heard him one time giving his kid some advice. The kid wanted to know, should he get married? And I'm listening to the kid's story as Anton is talking to him. And then at the end of it, Anton basically tells him, yeah, go ahead and get married. You need to. The kid he had been with his girlfriend for like 5 years. They had a kid that was 4. The young man admits that it was his first girlfriend. He really don't know how to vet women. So why you trying to marry this woman at your age? And Anton basically like, well, y'all already got the kid. Y'all already been together. You might as well make her a good woman or whatever. Make her, what do they call it? A respectable woman or however they say it. See, that's that happy wife, happy life shit. And I was married longer than Anton. Anton is still married. I was married 20 years. I was with my wife. My son will be 26 this year. So I was with her about 28 years. Almost 30 years we was together. So I spent a lot of time married. I know that. I know women. Why you think this woman is the right one? Because you got her pregnant because you was weak with your pull-out game and you was fresh out the military and you met her on Snapchat? Why? Just because you got a kid with her? You already might have made a mistake. I ain't saying he did or didn't. I don't know. But everything I heard, the reason why he wanted to get married, it was about her. It wasn't about him. And that was the question I wanted Anton to ask him, right? How does it benefit you for you at this stage in your life to marry her? How does it benefit you? Because see, men always think about the woman. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm trying to get y'all out of that mindset. Think about you. Boss up. How is it to your advantage to marry her at this stage of the game? This kid wasn't no boss. He was a 50-50 happy life, happy wife, simp ass, weak dick nigga. And I'm hearing he ain't got no commitment. He went into the military at like 18 and got out at 19. I didn't know the military. Maybe I'm wrong, but I didn't know they had 1-year contracts. I thought the smallest contract was 3 years, but maybe I'm wrong. So now I'm questioning, why did he get out? And at this time, we were still in Iraq. People wasn't getting out early. Did he get hurt? Did he flunk out? He ain't put enough time on job. He ain't had no promotions. So now he got out, now he a truck driver, which is good. And he got a side business where he hang up TVs. That's nigga shit, first of all. Second of all, that ain't your business. Because if it was a business, you would be doing it full time. And as a truck driver, you spend a lot of time on the road. You ain't really got a lot of time for a business like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a little questionable about it. And he only said hanging up home theaters. Hanging up TVs. He didn't say nothing about doing home theaters. Again, he's too young to really have knowledge about home theaters and those can develop a clientele that really he catered to. I'm a low-key hanging up TVs for motherfuckers in the hood. That's what he doing for $100 or something here and there. That ain't no business, nigga. Stop. Nothing about this young man said business. Nothing. One of my questions I would ask him is why did you get out the military? Especially at that time. You should have stayed in. Was you scared? You was already in fucking Afghanistan. What you scared of now? What you come home for? You fell in love with the girl you met on Snapchat? Again, I'm hearing things, trying to read in between the lines, and Anton wasn't asking these questions. And I'm like, I'm getting frustrated. But I gotta ask these questions. I know y'all saying, oh, V, you an asshole. Yeah, but I gotta ask these questions so I could better help him. I don't think Anton gave him good advice. Why do you want to get married? Just because you want your kid to grow up in a 2-family house? Your kid is already doing that. And then Anton said something about the kid being in school. The kid like 4. Yeah, he in school. He in a private school. No, the fuck he not. He in a daycare. He ain't in no school yet. Stop. Niggas lie so much and exaggerate. Even when they talking about their own kids. No fucking private school. Nigga, that dumbass little kid. Just like his daddy. And the mama probably dumb because she married your bitch ass. He was a nice looking kid, though. He wasn't ugly. Nice young man. But he shouldn't have been looking for a wife. He should have been spending this time bossing up, saving his money. That's another question I would ask him. How much money do you have saved? Or do you have any money saved? You need to join the bag chasers. That's what he should have. He never invited them to bag chasers. That's what he should have did. You need to spend some time bossing up before you marry this woman. Because you want to marry her, and then she going to be, half, Eddie. I want to half, Mr. Fuck You, man. She going to hit him with that. She going to hit him with the foo shit. We know 80% of Black women file for divorce. And we know relationships, marriages, 5 to 10 years. You on the clock. He had been with her like 5 or 6 years. Like, you don't know this chick yet, man. Chill. Use his time. Boss up. Save your money. He told him about a prenup, but why? I mean, he really didn't. He told him the reason. I'm not going to go into that. I don't think the kid was at that level. My conversation would have been, why do you want to get married and how does it benefit you? That's what marriage used to be about throughout history. Marriage was a business. Families got together to make each family stronger. Things of that nature. This young man was in love. Men are in love, women are in business. He need to focus on getting his business together. That's what I'm trying to help you young men do. I don't have a big platform like Anton. He is uber successful on YouTube. I am not that guy. He got way more money than me. But I have been a boss all my life. Anton got a little simp in him. I know he talk big, but I see through that. I don't think he's been that guy. I've been this guy all my life. Ask anybody. You've seen, those of you who are my long-term subscribers, you've seen the women in my life, ex-girlfriends, current girlfriends, come up and tell you, vouch for me, who the fuck I'm talking about. You've heard Amanaz tell you who the fuck I am. I'm that dude and always have been. Trust and believe. I was on the walker, still fucking the shit out of doggone mistakes the case. Please believe it. My feet wasn't working, but my dick worked good. Please believe it. I smashed this chick recently. She was like, "Where did that come from? I didn't see that. I didn't see that coming because you know my feet. You know, she a nurse and shit, and she was like, I ain't see that coming. I know you didn't. You never let them see you coming. Al Pacino, Devil's Advocate. You never let them see you coming. I don't be the big dog. I don't be flexing. Not very much every now and then. This astronaut is my flex. Make sure y'all speak to the astronaut, man. Like I told you earlier, bossing up is about controlling your space, controlling your circle. If you're not doing that as a man, you are not ready to get married. You should be bringing a woman into your space, not going into her space, not linking up with her and creating a space together and getting it out the mud together. No, get your shit. There's a scripture in the Bible that tells men to get there. They should get a house first. I can't remember the scripture. I'll look it up and I'll talk about it on a future podcast. I'll try to look it up and maybe I'll talk about it later tonight. Maybe that'll be the title of the scripture since it's Sabbath day. Happy Sabbath day, y'all. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, you Negro. Shout out to my trolls. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope you starting out this year on the right foot. I'm trying to give y'all some pointers. Make sure you're doing the AI 3 times a week for at least 30 minutes. And not to do what movie you playing, none of that. Have real conversations with the AI. I don't care which one you use. I like Nano Banana. That's Gemini 3.0 Pro. Spend the $20. It's $20 a month for the Pro. Just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it. You're going to waste $20 on something else anyway. Just do it. I'm rambling on and I'm not going to make this long. Like I said, I got work to do. I'm about to get back to work myself. And I'm looking for ways to improve my situation, even though I don't work. This is my job, essentially. I'm looking to expand it. Well, maybe I'll do some thumbnails for people. You know, I'm not going to charge y'all a lot. But we'll see. I'm thinking about it. It really depends on how often you're going to need them. The more you do it, the less I'll charge you. But if you like only doing one here or there, it's probably going to be $20. But if you're doing, multiple thumbnails, where you need a certain amount per week, we'll talk about it. We'll do, we'll do a cheaper rate for you, $100 for 10 or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I'm thinking about that. I would like to have another job, working for myself, and I can't do much. So that's something I can do. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. That's the idea I'm floating around. I got a lot of shit. I'm doing my podcast. I'm working on my book. I'm helping my daughter with her shit. Magic told me tonight, you better not be reminiscing about Miss Tasty Cakes. I said, girl, I'm not reminiscing, but that girl she had some of the best, she had the best tasting pussy I ever tasted. I ain't gonna lie, that girl pussy tastes good. And before her, it was a girl back in the day named Missy. Missy Murdoch. Missy Murdoch, pussy tastes like cotton candy. Straight up. But Miss Tasty Cakes, that shit tastes like a tasty cake, like a crimpet. That girl has some good taste, little good taste of pussy ass. She just would have. See, women they flip up, and she flipped up on me. Then go to the door. I loved her. Hey, me and her could have made it if she would have just she she, she would have had to make it. Thought I heard something. Hold on, y'all. Oh, that was my air kick, my heat kicking on. I'm about to say, I know somebody ain't trying to come up in my door on me. And I'm about to say, how they make it past my camera going off, my doorbell camera going off, and the screen door, I ain't hear that. I'm like, man, they asking for this ass whooping. I was gonna go to Book of Eli mode. I was going to Book of Eli mode on them, y'all. Y'all know I stay ready. I stay ready with it. I stay ready. I'm ready for them. Let them come up in here. Let them come up in here. Y'all see how sharp that is? Can you see it on camera? Let me see. Can you see the edge I put on that baby right there? Yeah, you can see it right there. Yeah, this puppy's sharp. I'll chop your head off. Mm-hmm. V, why you got a machete? Well, first of all, I'm blind. If I had my way, I'd have a machete and a sawed-off shotgun up in here, but I ain't got one. But I got the machete. What's that? Oh, there go my file. There go my fingernail file, y'all. I was looking for it. So, y'all, I keep them. I need some more so I can keep that middle finger. That's all you got to do right there. And I do it while I'm sitting here. It's therapeutic. I'll make sure there ain't no snags. And so I want that finger to go right in that asshole, right nice and smooth. And trust me. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. That's why that girl said, I ain't see that coming. You rock my world. She squirted all over my bed when I put this finger in her ass. I popped that cherry. She had never had it done before. Put that finger right in her ass and she nutted all over my fucking bed. I had to change my blanket. I didn't know I could squirt. I bet you did. It don't matter to me whether that was her first time squirting or not. I don't listen to the bullshit. They'll lie to you and tell you the first and you be the 50th. I don't listen to the bullshit. You can't. I ain't no young boy. You can't gaslight me, baby. We'll see what your behavior is a month from now. We'll see that. We'll see. She did some goofy shit, and I watched the goofy shit, fellas. You got to pay attention. It ain't what she say. A lot of times it's what she don't say or what they avoid saying. So she changed her phone number. Of course, she called me immediately and gave me the new phone number, but who the fuck changes the phone number? I never got the explanation on why or whatever the explanation was. I ain't even want to hear it. So we grown ass people. Why the fuck are you changing your phone number? For what? For what? That tells me that you done fucked up with your finances and you switched phone companies real quick. You got some goofy, pooky, Ray dude stalking you, whatever it is. It sounds like it could be nothing good. That's why I didn't hear nothing good and I changed my phone number mysteriously, just out of the blue. Yeah, that's weird to me. I like consistency and stability. And when I start seeing signs the woman being unstable and doing that kind of she ain't got no gas in the car. It's always a problem with her boss ain't pay her right. All that kind of unstable. They panicky. She always got something to do. Like, sit your ass still, man. What are you doing? It's like talking to a kid sometimes. Like, sit the fuck down. So I watched that behavior. I really watched that. Talking about she want to be in a relationship with me. I'm like, not the way you behaving. You're going to have to fix your behavior, baby. I said, and you talk too much. It's taking too long to get to it. I'm like, man, you give me way too much details. She told me, don't call no Ubers. Call her if I need to go to the store or something. All right, I'll try it out. I was texting her like, hey, I need to go to the store. She called me. I'm like, what you called me for? Like, oh, I'm getting my oil changed. I'm like, yeah, you told me that like 4 times now. And through the text message and now live. I get it. You're at Walmart getting your oil changed. Cool. What you call me for? Because I'm doing something. I be listening to podcasts. I'm working on my shit, and I'm texting her. Now, women like to dominate your time. So by calling me, I can't do everything that I was doing. And then you ain't talking about nothing. Like, get to it. You telling me everything you already told me. Like, long drawn out stories. Why are you telling me this? Why did I need to know you getting your oil changed? All I did was ask her, what time you gonna be here? Like, it ain't no rush. I just want to get an idea of what time you gonna be here so I can be ready. Since you in a rush. Then she calls me. Well, I'm in Walmart. Why do I need to know that? I don't give a fuck. I just need to go to the store real quick. I was trying to play my lottery ticket. Then she asked me, well, what you need from me? I hate that. Well, what you need? Okay, then I tell you, I ain't got enough money to get that. It's only like $20 worth of shit. Like, it ain't that much. You ain't got $20, I'll give it right back to you. Like, I could have cashed after to her, but I wanted to go to the store. I wanted to do it myself. And if I had won the lottery, I ain't want her claiming that she bought the ticket and not me, all that kind of shit. I ain't want that. I had a scab on me. I don't know if I scratched myself. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what the hell I did. Rubbing on my titties. Some of y'all women thought that was sexy. Some of y'all men did too, y'all nasty asses. But yeah, man, I don't like that, man. Look, just tell me the time you're gonna be here. That's all I need to know. You're gonna be here around 3? Whatever time it is. It ain't no rush. Like, don't give me, I gotta do this and then I gotta go pick up a brother because he's standing outside. It's like 70 fucking degrees outside. I don't give a fuck if he's standing outside or not. Who gives a shit? He outside, he at work, he ain't in danger. It's 70 something degrees outside. If it was raining or cold, yeah, go get him first. And I don't like that. Like, come see me when you done with everything else. Don't come in, but don't try to squeeze me in between your bullshit. I don't like that. Especially when you claim that you want to be in a relationship with me. I got to be the priority. Not you squeezing me in, you penciling me in last minute. I don't like that. I don't like that behavior. And then you coming to see me all at this weird times. It ain't no consistency. Again, no consistency, no stability. I'm a little leery on it. She came to see me and like she was so horny and whatever. Came for me to break off. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm up. So what? I'm up, but I'm just thinking like, And then she be letting a child run her. I don't like that shit either. Your daughter's 16 fucking years old. She damn near grown. Why are you running behind her like she in middle school or in elementary school or something? You better tell that bitch to sit the fuck down. Well, she be looking at my location. Well, that's a problem. Why? Well, your daughter can look at your cameras. Yeah, to make sure I'm fucking alive. So if she got to rush and call an ambulance and rush down here and get me to the hospital, that's why she has that ability. Is your daughter doing that kind of stuff for you? No. Again, no. Like, don't compare your situation to mine. Mine is in control. I put these cameras in here for a reason, so I could be looked after if I need to be. Fuck out of here. Taste the cakes ain't here no more. I ain't got nobody else but Imagine with a key. Miriam, excuse me. Taste the cakes had to give her key back. I didn't want to do it. That's the way she wanted it, though. You know, hey, it is what it is. Man, you love that girl. Yes, I did. I absolutely did. I think I loved her potential. That girl had some potential. She had the potential. Everything was right with kids, right age, banging ass pussy. Oh, she gave a banging ass head. Oh shit. Scale of 1 to 10, she gave a 9. Her head game was a 9. Through and through. Banging ass pussy, and she had the banging head game too. Y'all just don't know. But you can't win them all. Gotta take that L. On to the next. And I've only met 3 9s in my whole life. Never a 10. 3 9s in my whole life. That's how rare it is. And one of the 9s I hadn't heard from, I wasn't even expecting to hear from her. She hit me up on Instagram recently. How you doing? No, she hit me up. Ooh, let me be quiet. I ain't gonna tell y'all. She hit me up on one of my socials. It wasn't Instagram. And I was very surprised. That girl is a 9 too. Shit. But you don't let it go to your head. You win some, you lose some. All them same. Listen, I'm about to get up out of here. It's getting early. I gotta finish up what I'm doing. Need to take a shower before I fall asleep. My hair is so itchy. I need to really scrub this hair, exfoliate, and I got some new exfoliating washcloths in. They went on sale. I love them flash sales. I caught them on sale for $8.99. That little box came the other day. I love the flash sales. I got me a power drill. I had been wanting one for a long time. And when I was putting things together, when I first moved in here, like this damn thing here, this table, a lot of y'all think it's a fish tank. It's not a fish tank, it's a table. So anyway, when I bought this behind the couch table, it was a little tough. It took me way longer to put it together. And I was thinking, damn, if I had a power drill. And then Bam come down here to put this coffee table together. And I love this coffee table. I'll show it to y'all one day. Bam put this coffee table together, and his little ass come down here, showed up, had his own tool bag, and then he go in the tool bag and whip out a power drill. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, he wasn't 17. He was what, 15 going on 16 when he did that. I'm like, this 15-year-old kid got a power drill and I don't. I'm hating. Well, he was like, yeah, Dad, I knew I didn't have one. I mean, I knew you didn't have one, so I brought my own tools. I said, okay, I got you. Let him come down here again. Let him come back down here and see what happened. Me and him been on the outs a little bit, but I'm gonna try to work on that this year. Get him to come down here and see me. Um, he be working, so he works for Chick-fil-A. So a lot of times when he's out of school, he works on weekends, so I don't see him as much. So um, we try to get him or Brooklyn to come down here soon. I got to talk to their mama, see when she could bring it down here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna see if she can bring Brooklyn and Denari. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I always focus on Bam. But we up out of here, y'all. We are up out of here. Like, subscribe, and share on your way out the door. And make sure y'all stay tuned. I'll be back on later.
It's your boy.